So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K25 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another episode of our Curry era rebuilds, and today it's going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cavs team is coming off what many would consider the greatest single season in Cavaliers history, of course, coming back from being down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. LeBron delivers on his promise and brings a championship to Cleveland. Now, throughout the regular season, this team won 51 games, which was good enough for the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, and then ran through the Eastern Conference playoffs, as the LeBron teams typically do. They went 12-1 throughout the Eastern Conference playoffs. Of course, they got to the finals, lost to the Super Team Warriors in 5, because Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, it was just way too much. So this is obviously not going to be the most challenging rebuild out there. I got a lot of requests for this one, and it definitely takes me back in time. I'm a little nostalgic right now. And finally, a few things before we do get into the rebuild. First and foremost, if you guys do have any other video ideas, make sure to let me know down below in the comment section. You guys have been coming up with some great ideas recently, and I very much appreciate it. Keep them coming down there below in the comment section. Second, I know I've already mentioned this in a couple different videos this week, but this is going to be the final video of this week. For those of you who are here in the US, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I'm going to take the time off, enjoy it with my family. Hopefully that's cool with some of you. If you're not here in the US, my apologies. You're kind of just getting 2 days off of videos, but I'll be back next Monday. Good to get some time off, and I hope you guys all have an enjoyable holiday if you are celebrating. So back to the regularly scheduled program. LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love, let's get into it. All right, we find ourselves here at the start of the 2016-17 season, of course, coming off of one of the greatest championships ever. I mean, I think back to that time, man. I was 16 years old. I remember sitting on my couch watching the end of that Game 7, just being in awe. I mean, I'd already loved basketball, but I legitimately fell in love with the sport after that. And yeah, man, good times. Really, really good times. If you weren't old enough to remember that, I really feel bad for you because it was a very, very fun time to be an NBA fan. Now, let's get into this roster. As always, there are going to be a few notable names that are kind of missing, and you can probably notice right off the jump. Iman Shumpert, not in 2K. Unfortunate. Definitely would have liked to have had him behind J.R. Smith at the shooting guard spot. And then Darren Williams, also not in the game. Those are just two of the notable names anyways that we are missing. So would have been nice to have both those guys. Unfortunately, 2K does not have the rights to either of them. Now, let's get into the rest of the roster and who we are working with here. Kyrie Irving, 24 years old at this point, coming off a championship where he obviously hit one of the most clutch shots in the history of basketball. So I know in real life they eventually ended up trading him to the Celtics, which kind of was a shit show for both sides. I'm not going to do that today. Hopefully Kyrie's okay with, being a Robin for the majority of his career to LeBron's Batman. You got Mo Williams behind him, veteran point guard, 33 years old, 73 overall, is an expiring contract. So we'll certainly kind of keep an eye on that as we kind of progress through things. I'm definitely not going to probably let him be the backup for all 3 years, but we'll see how that works out. You can ignore the randoms in their really shitty contracts, especially Ivan Fry here, who will definitely be getting edited, that contract. All right, the shooting guard spot. J.R. Smith is here, 3 years, roughly $41.5 million remaining on his contract. All likelihood is going to start for at least year 1. J.R. Smith was a very, very important role player to these Cleveland teams. Of course, we all remember his little brain fart, if you will, in Game 1 of the 2017 final. It was 2017, right? Remember the free throw, and then he dribbled out the clock thinking that they were up, but they were actually tied. I think that was 2017. But he's 31 years old, so I'm not necessarily going to lock him in as the starter of the entire video, but again, very serviceable option as our starting 2 guard as of now. You got Jordan McRae here as well. 25, 1-year deal, probably not going to develop a ton just with the role he will likely have for us, so we'll keep an eye on that. You could ignore Ben Patterson. We head to the small forward spot where we have LeBron James, who I'm not really sure why he's not a 99 overall, to be honest with you. It feels like if you're going to give anybody a 99, maybe LeBron James deserves it, just putting that out there into the world. But, he's 31 at this time. By the 3rd season, he will be a free agent. My goal is to obviously keep him happy to the point where we do not have to worry about that. We have 36-year-old Richard Jefferson here. As much as I really like Richard Jefferson, I think he's become a fantastic broadcaster for ESPN. I'm going to also note down that he's 36 years old. So it might make a little more sense to maybe move on before he retires because, again, unrealistic rebuild. I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot intentionally. And I can say that same thing about James Jones or Mike Dunleavy, all 36 years old backing up LeBron. So we, again, will certainly assess our options there at the backup 3. Now, the power forward spot, Kevin Love, 3rd best player on this team, certainly a valuable player on this team. When you go over this in general, some of the depth at the power forward spot, listed here in 2K during this era, there's not a lot of notable names that you can trade for. So having Kevin Love is obviously a super big advantage at an 87 overall. You got Channing Frye behind him, locked up on a 2-year contract, 75 overall, 33 years old. I definitely don't hate that. And then finally, the center spot here with Tristan Thompson, who I still don't think gets enough credit for just how important he was for some of those Cavs runs. Of course, only ended up winning 1 championship. throughout the 4 or 5 years, whatever the hell it was, Cleveland made the finals in a row. But Tristan Thompson was a very valuable piece to this team, and I don't want history to forget that. And then finally, the Birdman, Chris Anderson behind him, who is 38 years old and looks a little scary in that picture. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. So, we have a lot of notable names here with this team. Obviously, a veteran group for the most part. I do think we're going to have a few trades before we kick off year one. Our first trade of today's video is going to come with the Sacramento Kings. Mo Williams, who's certainly a solid, serviceable backup point guard option for us, would have made some sense to keep him around for 1 year, but an expiring contract heading into his age 33 season. Makes a little sense to get a little bit younger, get a multi-year contract here with a guy like Garrett Temple, and get 3 years younger overall. So I'm not sure if Temple will play the backup 2 or the backup 3. Again, this is just our first trade, with definitely a few more to come. I have no idea why the New York Knicks are willing to deal me Billy Hernan-Gomez for a 36-year-old Richard Jefferson, but if they are interested in it, then so am I. Jordan McRae also in this deal, but of course we did just pick up Garrett Temple, and he is both expiring and not really as good as Garrett Temple. So this deal makes a lot of sense for me. We get a long-term backup center option there for us. I like that deal a lot. Next name up on our list is going to be Pat Connaughton. We are sending out 38-year-old Chris Anderson, 36-year-old Mike Dunleavy, in a deal with the Trailblazers and getting ourselves Connaughton. Now, Connaughton is not nearly the player he eventually becomes, but at a 72 overall and only 23 years old, there's certainly a lot of room for growth there. And more importantly, he has a year of team control after this, where, 38-year-old, 36-year-old, probably not going to be in any sort of long-term plan. So I like that deal quite a bit. We will certainly figure out, the backup 2, backup 3 situation. And then finally, the Toronto Raptors, I guess a conference rival, if you will, if you even want to call LeBron versus Toronto a rivalry. They're willing to deal me 22-year-old Fred VanVleet for 36-year-old James Jones. He is, of course, out of the rotation now after the other moves that we have made. And Fred VanVleet at 22 years old, only making basically the league minimum, also has a year of team control after this, and we need a backup point guard. So that makes a lot of sense for me. Excited to have him here. I think that's going to be it for deals. Let's set the rotation. Okay, we obviously ended up making a number of moves that I think are going to benefit this team a lot in the long term. Now, maybe we got a little bit worse in terms of the overalls that this bench unit's going to have, but I think they are going to greatly benefit us in 1 to 2 off seasons. So that's not to say our bench sucks. It doesn't suck compared to what we started with, but I'm a little nervous about the depth of this team. But again, we have LeBron James in the East. It kind of stinks, so who really cares? It's Kyrie Irving, J.R. Smith, LeBron James, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson. Again, not really a surprise in there, 1 through 5. Bench unit will be led by Hernan-Gomez. You got Channing Frye behind him, Garrett Temple backup 3, Pat Connaughton backup 2, and VanVleet, of course, backing up Kyrie Irving. So, yeah, I want to sit here and say that there should be some decent competition for us in the East, but, you think about the years in LeBron's second tenure with the Cavs, there was never really any serious pushback in terms of who ran the East. So I'm kind of nervous just because it's 2K, but, I'm not really terribly worried. So we'll see how this thing goes. I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. Whatever nerves I had about this season were pretty quickly put to bed. We go 72-10, of course, the second best record in NBA history, and just a dominant year for Cleveland all around. 1,000% will take it. Now, Russell Westbrook averages damn near 37 points a game, and yeah, I'm going to take home the MVP. Embiid, Sullinger, DJ, Jokic, Ty Lue. Awards are year 1 anyways, almost always the same. Let's get into some of the standings and stats. We were only 5 games up on the Raptors, who did win 67 games, so maybe a potential conference finals matchup. I mean, compared to the rest of the East, it is certainly looking like a strong possibility. Here's a look at the West. Wow. Okay, we were 2 games better than the Warriors. Maybe finals matchup? I don't know why I'm saying maybe like that, just, out of this world crazy as a suggestion, because of course it happened for many, many years. Kyrie actually led this team in scoring. I did not see that coming. 28 points a game for our starting point guard. Wow, what a fantastic season. I mean, this would have to be clearly the best season of Kyrie's career. I mean, good Lord. Look at those shooting splits. He was easily 50, 40, 90. Wow, that is insane season from Kyrie. LeBron, Kevin Love, Smith, Frye, Hernan-Gomez, Temple, Thompson, Connaughton, and then VanVleet. Rebounding department going to be Kevin Love. Assists going to be LeBron. All right, let's do this thing. LeBron and the Cavs against Drummond and the Pistons here in round 1. This, you know what this feels like? This feels like one of those series where the Pistons will take game 1 and then the Cavs are going to win 4 straight. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, not quite what happened. We kind of just kicked the living shit out of them, but you get my point. Now, moving on to the Celtics. This was the Eastern Conference Finals. In real life, it was not necessarily competitive. It ended in 5 games. Of course, the year after this, it went to 7, and then LeBron came to Boston and, ripped our hearts out. Celtics fan, as he normally does. But let's go ahead and take a look at this Celtics squad. I'd see Gerald Green in the starting lineup. Okay, Jay Crowder, Olynyk, Al Horford. This would be Jaylen Brown's rookie year. And I think, again, Isaiah Thomas is fantastic, but we're just a lot better. And, again, clearly have the best player in the series. So, yet to lose a game as we approach the 67-win Raptors here in the Eastern Conference Finals. We have seen this movie end before. It is pretty much the same thing every single time. So, let's just go out and hopefully not have to stress too much. Really good start for us. They do win Game 3. We win Game 4. And, yeah. Same thing they did in real life. They go 4-0 through the first 2 rounds. They lose 1 game in the conference finals and back in the finals. And to nobody's surprise, it is us and the Golden State Warriors who have only lost 2 games so far. So this was always kind of the max ceiling when Kevin Durant was on the Warriors. You know, for the Cavs, it just felt like they were never going to beat them. And quite honestly, I don't really blame the Cavs because who the hell is ever going to beat this? 2017 Warriors are legitimately one of the craziest fucking teams I've ever seen in my life, if not the craziest. All right, split the first 2. I'll take it. Win Game 3. Okay, Warriors fighting back. We go up 3-2. And can we potentially close this one out? Technically, it would still be Oracle. Okay, well, they're kind of just running us off the floor here. Not a great start to the second quarter, I can't lie to you. Looks like we're going to be going back to Cleveland for a potential closeout Game 7. Well, closeout for both sides. And great fourth quarter, try to fight back a little bit, but just unfortunately a little too late. All right, on our home floor for Game 7. Pretty good start. Hold the damn lead, and we basically have this one in the bag. Okay, now it is getting close, and I am getting nervous because I suck at this game, and you all know that. All right, 8-point lead with just under 3 minutes to go. Hypothetically should be safe, but if this is your first time watching my gameplay, I suck. I'm very, very bad at the gameplay part of this, so I will give it my best shot. I'll see you in there. Nervous would be an understatement, and that's for good. The Cavs court did not look like this at this time. That would be for good reason, because I, of course, am not very good at this gameplay thing. And good shot, Kyrie. Kyrie's been fantastic for us. All right, extending the lead to 10. Kyrie 32-1 and 11 on the night. I will, I guess, try to play on ball. Why? Why do I even try? What is the point? I mean, I'll say I'll play off ball, but who am I playing off ball against, right? It doesn't really matter. I mean, this demon lineup that's in here right now for the Warriors. I mean, good Lord. All right, I want to make sure. Okay, so LeBron. Give LeBron the basketball. LeBron's got 36, 6, and 10 on the night. Can I have a screen here from Kevin Love? Let's just see if we can drive down the lane. What is that? Oh my God, that went in. 38 points on the night for LeBron. I'm just going to keep running through him. Kyrie, again, has been absolutely fantastic, but, you know, LeBron's LeBron, and I'm just going to try to force feed it. Again, unless I'm making things up, the Cavs court did not look like this at this time. So I think 2K is a year off in terms of the moves. Oh my God. For 40! Oh my God. We just got to run the fast break. That's just the way it does. Draymond, what are you doing there, buddy? Probably not what you were looking to do. All right. Fuck. That is, again, you know, what the Warriors are capable of. So now there is a minute 45 left. It is a 10-point lead for us. And if they want a full court press, I'm going to make them pay for that because of... I feel like, you know, maybe there's a safer dunk option, you know, in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. But you know what? You do you, LeBron. Who am I to question what choices you make with your dunk moves? All right. I, again, am not playing on-ball defense against Steph. If Kyrie wants that responsibility, be my guest. I personally do not. They're going to try to screen for KD, it looks like. Sure. Draymond, shoot that. All right, back over to Steph. He's going to work it low against Kyrie. I tried to go up for the block with Bron. Couldn't get it. It is still a 10-point game. Again, hypothetically, should be pretty safe at this point. And this full court press is just absolutely not... We're smoking bunnies like that? There's no way. There's no way. All right, Kyrie going to pick up K. That's automatic. Oh my God, he missed. LeBron officially with a 42-point double-double on the night. Ego. Oh my God. I don't know why I did that. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, there's a lot, but I don't know why I did that shit. God damn it, Steph. He's just working his gravity and finding space, but it's probably too little too late. I think this one is pretty much over at this point. So I, again, will try to just kind of work the clock here. I don't want to just completely waste it, but I'll play ISO with Steph. Typically works out pretty well for Kyrie Irving. Let's just work in the ISO. Oh my God. That would have been similar to the shot the year before. All right, this one's, the math is, it's pretty much impossible for the Warriors to do anything at this point. So I will, again, just, sure, take the layup. It's done. A pretty remarkable end to year one for us here in Cleveland. Of course, winning the championship, going back-to-back now. LeBron James is your finals MVP. All right, we're going to approach this offseason pretty much the way we would any other offseason, right? I mean, it doesn't make sense to just sit here and keep this entire thing intact. I'd like to make a couple different moves just to kind of make the video enjoyable, because nobody has fun if I just completely run this thing back. So the 2017 draft, of course, is here. I'm keeping Ty Lue on as our head guy. And let's just see. Do we have any draft picks? I honestly didn't even check. We do not, which is fine. I'm not going to trade into the draft. Team player options, yes, for Van Vliet and Connaughton. Mr. Pollard, Mr. Frazier, take a hike, pal. All right, qualifying, we have none. And then I don't think we have any major free agents right now. We really don't. So, you know, we're not going to be making any big signings in today's video in all likelihood, just because all of our money is committed to, you know, LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love, which, again, makes sense. But I do think there's one or two moves I do want to make to upgrade this group. Oh, wow. Thunder took that deal. I did not think they were going to. All right, we got a little upgrade for us at our shooting guard spot. Giving up Garrett Temple, Channing Frye, Pat Connaughton, and 2 future first-round picks. Now, Victor Oladipo, you know, isn't quite the star he was in Indiana eventually, even though it was pretty short-lived. But he's an 81 overall, and he's a clear-cut upgrade here over J.R. Smith. So J.R. will just come off the bench. That was kind of my goal throughout this video, just get a little slight upgrade in there. Nothing wrong with J.R., but getting up there in age overall might go down a few. All right, it's going to be Van Vliet and Irving. Of course, Oladipo, J.R. Still need to find a backup for LeBron. Still need to find a backup for Kevin Love, and then we're good here at the center spot. So all these random, you know, low overalls. Like, anybody want Rich? Thank you very much, Philadelphia. And then finally, Paxson, like 60 overall. What are we doing here, 2K? Patterson, like, can we do something here? Okay, thank you very much, Milwaukee. All right, I need a backup 3 and a backup 4. Again, options are probably not going to be great. I see a Kardashian here with Chris Humphries. Patrick Patterson's actually only 28, so that actually wouldn't be the worst signing in the world. I mean, 74 overall isn't anything super special, but it's nice. And then finally, the backup small forward behind Mr. LeBron James. Reggie Bullock sitting here, only 26. Why the hell not? I'll give him a 2-year deal, actually. God, this menu shit sucks. 2-year deal. Maybe he'll sign. Maybe. Reggie, you want to win a championship, pal? Reggie, I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. What a special first season for us here in Cleveland. Game 7 with the Golden State Warriors. We managed to hang on and officially go back-to-back. We have kind of turned the page now, if you will, heading into a potential three-peat, kicking off a potential dynasty. Here goes nothing. It's going to be Kyrie Irving, Victor Oladipo, who actually went down 2 overalls because, you know, that logically makes sense. Guy coming off his best year of his career, 25 years old, but let's shoot him down 2 overalls. Great work, 2K. Really love the developers here. LeBron, Kevin Love, and then Thompson. Bench unit will be led by JR. You got Hernan Gomez, Patrick Patterson, Fred VanVleet, Reggie Bullock. All right, man. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2 here in Cleveland. This time around, not only does LeBron James win the MVP award, but we tie the greatest record in NBA history at 73-9. Hopefully our season doesn't end like theirs did. All right, LeBron, great all-around season for us. I mean, could have been 50-49 if he could hit some free throws, but really great year out of the King. John Collins, Rookie of the Year. James Johnson, 6th man. DJ DePoy, D'Lo, Most Improved, and Ty Lue going to take home Coach of the Year for the 2nd straight season. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the standings again. No shock, we are the 1 seed. Toronto still putting up a good fight. Here is a look at the Western Conference. It appears the Warriors have lost either KD or Kyrie. It is Kyrie or Steph. It feels like Steph always leaves in these Curry era rebuilds, which is, you know, very, very weird considering how loyal he's been to that franchise. LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love, the big 3, Victor Oladipo, really nice 4th option. JR, Hernan Gomez, Patterson, Thompson, VanVleet, and then Bullock. Rebounds going to be led by Love. Assists going to be Braun. All right, us and the Wizards here in round 1. John Wall is not in 2K. It is unfortunate, but it is, I guess, a beneficial thing for us right now. So let's sim this first round. I'm not worried. I really am not worried about anybody in the East, to be completely honest with you. Steph signed with the Magic. All right, you know what? Donovan Mitchell next to him in the backcourt. Some nice cast role pieces here with Gordon and Vucevic. So I'll go game by game just because I know what Steph can do. Might be looking for some revenge from last year, but again, not terribly worried. We win in 5. All right, Toronto once again here in the East Finals. Lowry and DeRozan, of course, an incredibly talented duo. Some really nice surrounding pieces here. I don't really think they stand a chance, though, to be honest with you. So let's sim through the series. We have yet to lose a game. We sweep them, and now we are taking on the Spurs here in the finals. Would it be egotistical just to sim through this? Kawhi, fantastic player. LaMarcus Aldridge, really nice piece, but I'm not really worried at all. Thanks. All right, LeBron. It is officially a dynasty. That is 3 straight championships, 3 straight finals MVPs, and let's just go for a 3rd straight in this video. Would be a 4th straight overall. All right, jersey retirements, historic changes, and then let's take a look at the lottery. I'm pretty sure I've traded every single pick we could have possibly had. None of them likely would have been lottery, but all right, we got to bring back Ty Lue. That is, first and foremost. Where is he? Ty Lue, thank you very much. I don't know why they don't just put your former head coach, or like the guy that is now a coaching free agent, if you will, at the top of the list. It's weird. Okay, 2018 NBA draft. We have the 2nd overall pick in round 2. Fuck it, I'll use it. Why not? Maybe there's somebody there. D'Anthony Melton, Steve Mikhailuk, Aaron Holiday, Keita Bates, Diop. Duncan Robinson sitting here. Probably won't play, but why the hell not? Good shooter. Maybe could get in as an 11th man. He's a 70 overall. All right, LeBron going to decline his player option. Of course, that is my first and biggest priority here in free agency. He has 17 offers. 2 of them only appear to be real by the Mavericks and the Bulls. I'm not even going to question things. That is a max contract player option. No trade clause. I'm not going to screw around with that. And then we'll pay Fred VanVleet as well. LeBron ends up re-upping with us, which is, huge. And then we are going to go ahead and work on some of the surrounding core with this team. Because, again, probably not going to be another move in the starting lineup, but I do suspect a bench change or 2 somewhere. We'll sort that out. I'm not going to sit here and tell all of you that this is some sort of major upgrade off this bench, but it is a nice 2 overall bump at the starting small forward spot. Starting? Backup small forward spot. Yeah, no, we're actually going to start Justin Holiday over LeBron. I'm really thinking about challenging myself heading into year 3. Now, we're obviously including Duncan Robinson, the 1st round pick in this deal as well. Would have been cool to get Robinson a little bit of run, but unfortunately, just too low of an overall. So I'll move Holiday to the small forward spot. Actually jumps up to a 77 overall. Again, kind of a minor unnecessary upgrade, but what else am I going to do with this team at this point? I mean, I could look for something with Patterson, I guess. I already checked. There's no free agents, by the way, that are better than Patterson. So 2 first-round picks, Patrick Patterson. Any power forwards that are just, I guess, a little bit higher in the overall department? Probably not, right? Kevon Looney? Maybe I'll take... Yeah, fuck it. We'll take Kevon Looney. I don't really know. Is he that crazy of an upgrade? Probably not, but at least he's young enough where the overall might bump up a little. And we're taking a piece away from the Warriors. Kind of a win-win. All right, I'll see you guys at the start of year number 3. So far in this video, we have tied the 2nd best record in NBA history, the best record in NBA history. We have won 2 championships, and we have kicked off a dynasty. Now, we enter the 3rd and final season with hopes of extending that dynasty. It's not often I'm able to three-peat in any video. I'd like to do it today. Here's how it's going to shake out for the final season. The starting 5 remains the same as last year with Kyrie, Oladipo, LeBron, Kevin Love, and Thompson. Bench unit sees a new 6th man here with Justin Holiday, Billy Hernangomez, Kevon Looney, J.R. Smith, and Freddie VanVleet. So, yeah, there's not really much else to say. Let's just go win some damn basketball games and hopefully a 4th straight championship. Russell Westbrook signed with the Utah Jazz. Looks like willingly. Not really sure why he would do that. Final regular season for us here with the Cavs. We go 69-13. Nice. Obviously, that is our worst record yet, which is insane to say, but I don't know. I'm still not really nervous. Marvin Bagley, 17-9 in a rookie season is pretty damn impressive. Clint Capella, your 6th man of the year. Giannis wins Depoy. Alonzo Ball, most improved. And Ty Lue with his 3rd straight coach of the year of this video. All right, no surprise. We are going to be the 1 seed, 10 games up on the 59-win Raptors. Here is a look at the West. Let's dive into some of the numbers. Again, I'm sure LeBron and Kyrie were fantastic for us. Kevin Love, Oladipo, Hernangomez, Holiday. You guys, you have eyes, you can see. Let's get into the playoffs. For the first time in this video, we're going to be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis, a 95 overall. They are 6th man, Chris Middleton. Really? Okay, interesting choice. Let's get through the first round here. Probably my toughest first round matchup yet, and it still ends in a sweep. Now moving on to the Celtics once again. Gordon Hayward sitting here. It's funny they signed him here in 2K as well. JB, obviously, good team. Don't really move me nearly enough. So up 3-0, yet to lose a game, and why the fuck do I open my mouth? All right, we are officially in the Eastern Conference Finals, taking on the Orlando Magic. Of course, this team we beat last year. You see a little bit of development out of Donovan Mitchell, obviously Steph Curry. Starting Steve Mikhailuk. Okay, that is a choice. Not a good one, but it is a choice. Let's head into, hopefully, the NBA Finals with these. Okay, for the first time, I think in this video, we have lost more than 1 game in an Eastern Conference playoff series. That is insane to say, and we're going to Game 7, and we win. All right, the Warriors are back. Of course, they don't have Steph. They still have a, I guess, retooled big 3 with KD, Clay, and Draymond, but Not the easiest series, but if we beat them in year one with those demons, I think we should be able to take care of business here. And it is officially 4 straight championships. It really is. 4 straight finals MVPs for LeBron. GOAT debate is, it would be over at that point pretty clearly. So, all right, man, this was a fun one. Of course, it's probably the second easiest rebuild in the Curry era outside of the actual Warriors, but I got some requests to do it. I thought it would be a fun one to kind of end, a holiday week on, if you will, and really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with this one, even if it, wasn't super challenging or anything. So I hope you guys still enjoyed it. Let me know any other rebuild ideas down below in the comment section, as I, have mentioned now multiple times, but I want to make sure we all understand that there's not going to be a video tomorrow or Friday. Just want to put it out there one last time in case you were wondering where I am. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are celebrating the holiday tomorrow, I hope you guys have a great time with your family. A lot of football, a lot of food, and I will see you guys all on Monday. So that's it for me. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all on the next one.